Self-development Lee TV. Safe country South Korea. Which country is safer, South Korea or the world? South Koreans' perceptions of safety by crime type, as of 2023. South Koreans generally feel that the country's crime rate hasn't gotten much worse. When asked, do you think crime has increased in the past 12 months? The majority, 60%, said, about the same as last year. This means that South Koreans perceive their country to have a very high level of public safety. On the other hand, the increased response, 12%, was lower than the global average, 34%, and the lowest among the 29 countries. This suggests that South Koreans are positive about crime rates and levels of security. Breaking it down by type of crime, we asked respondents if they had witnessed or heard about any of the following crimes in the past 12 months. South Koreans reported very low rates of vehicle theft, 23%, illegal drugs, 32%, property damage, 29%, residential break-ins, 16%, and gangs, 12%, compared to other countries. In particular, residential invasion crimes were the lowest among the 29 countries. On the other hand, various violent crimes were not less common. Violent crimes against adult males, 30%, and violent crimes against adult females, 34%, were higher than or similar to developed countries such as Japan, Germany, the UK, and the US. Even more surprising was violent crimes against children and adolescents, 39%. Not only was the incidence higher than other countries, but it was also above the global average, 36%. What about drug trafficking and sex trafficking? Two of the biggest problems in South Korea these days. While the incidence of drug trafficking crimes in South Korea, 30%, was lower than the global average, 39%, it was still not at the same level as the United States, which should never be taken for granted. Especially with the recent sharp increase in foreign drug traffickers. The incidence of sex trafficking crimes, 28%, was slightly higher than the global average. When discussing crime rates and public safety, the first thing that comes to mind for South Koreans is strict law enforcement, such as the police. But do South Koreans believe that more law enforcement would help prevent crime and improve public safety? According to Ipsos research, nearly half of South Koreans call for stricter law enforcement. 54% are sure that law enforcement prevents violent crime, and 55% are sure that law enforcement prevents non-violent crime. Additionally, 62% of respondents believed that tougher law enforcement would catch the real culprits. So who had a higher perception of violent crime against children and youth, men or women? In most countries, women had a higher awareness of violent crimes against children and youth than men. South Korea also found that women were more likely to detect crimes against children and youth. Only 9% agreed that the government should prioritize crime prevention. South Koreans ranked jobs in the economy, 77%, as more important than fighting crime, nearly 8 times higher than reducing the crime rate. Taken together, the results so far show that while South Korea generally has a low crime rate and a high level of public safety, many citizens are actively seeking improvements to the justice system. Under these circumstances, there is a growing demand for strict law enforcement and economic growth, and it will be interesting to see what direction the South Korean government will take in the future. Thanks for watching.